Hello friends, welcome back. It's been a while since you've seen us. We have been taking some much needed time away from YouTube and pretty much all social media for that matter, and spending time with family. Our daughter Abigail has been home on leave from the military, so we've been taking every opportunity that we can to spend time with her and any other family members we can get our hands on. We pull them in and say, okay, let's go do this together. Let's go do that together. Come over for dinner. So Nick and Emily, Cameron and Claire, we celebrated Dan's first Christmas with us this year.
Yes.
Dan's our foreign exchange student from Vietnam. They do not really celebrate Christmas there, so it was a whole new experience for her. And I think she really enjoyed it.
Yes, I believe so.
She said that when she goes home, my family's going to have to celebrate Christmas too.
Mm-hmm. So this year we wanted to bring you a little bit different than our annual summary of our YouTube experience last year and just give you our top 10 moments on YouTube this year. Totally from our perspective, not associated with views or anything like that. It's just things when we look back, we're like, okay, that was really memorable, or that was super funny, or whatever it was.
Or was a complete and total disaster.
Yeah, right. So with that, here's number one.
We're gonna take a peek at this.
I lit a candle to try to help. I don't know that it's gonna work.
We need some of those mask things.
And put some eucalyptus oil or something on it. Oh, there's a scoby growing in it. That can't be good.
So that was one of those smells that when you smell it, you don't just smell it in your nose, you actually taste it in your mouth. It was disgusting.
We will never do that again. So coming out of that, though, was like the polar vortex that hit us. And that leads us to number two. I've been in here with them for about 5 minutes. I'm not freezing, so I know they're not freezing. I'm bundled up like an animal would have double layers on. And they're doing good. So we just have to make it through a couple days more. It is going to get colder and colder today.
Temperature negative 11 degrees Fahrenheit. Wind chill negative 33. It's really not that bad in this house. I mean, it's probably around negative 7, negative 8. The goats seem like they're doing well. We'll do another update for y'all in the morning. If we can get through tonight and into tomorrow, I think we're on the home stretch for this cold one.
Going right into number three.
Shovel time?
Yeah, ready to put this good stuff on top. Just raked out the broad forking level. Found a few more weeds that I could get up.
I think we found 3 worms.
3 worms total.
Well, what will it look like in 2 months? It'll look exactly like this?
Pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that kind of felt like that on an episode from Homestead Rescue on TV without all the big budgets and all the manual labor people that comes along. We had to do it all ourselves.
Yeah, it was really fun. But let's go into our first amazing garden success story of 2019, and that takes us to number 4. Anyway, behind me, guys, is my onion bed. And this is such an exciting year for me because I have never, ever grown onions successfully. Okay, well, I still have well over half the bed behind me. I would say, oh yeah, way more. Maybe 2/3 of the bed behind me that I haven't even harvested yet. And these are my big ones. Yay! Look at that sucker! Like my whole hand size. And I've got some, guys, in the bed that are even bigger than this.
So if you've been following us at all throughout the course of 2019, you know how much work we put into preparing for the wedding reception that we hosted at our homestead this spring. So we can't leave it off the list, that's for sure.
So at number 5, the on-farm wedding.
Preston, Emily, like to come up and touch your cake.
I cannot believe we pulled that off.
It poured and poured, and I think we got 3 inches of rain an hour before the wedding reception started.
Oh, but what a memorable experience. It's something that not only we will talk about forever, but Preston and Emily will talk about likely for the rest of their lives. But after the farm wedding was done, it was time to refocus back on our homestead, and that takes us to number 6. This has to be one of my absolute favorite places in the garden. I've shared it with you guys before. It's one big surprise experiment that worked tremendously. I bet you guys couldn't tell there was tomatoes growing in there.
And so I think you replanted portions of that garden 3 or 4 times this year because of all the rains we had this spring. It was crazy, and it turned out amazing.
It did.
On to beekeeping. One of the things, I lost all of my bees last winter, and I went right back into bees again this year, and the reason behind that is learning. There's always something to learn in beekeeping, and that's where a lot of my drive comes from. And this year, number 7 taught me a lot. I came back out the next day, wanted to just double check it, make sure everything was cool. I figured by then all the bees would be gone. They took all the honey and they took it back to their hive. But that's not what I saw. There was a chunk of comb like about this big that was still attached to the side, and that's what all the bees were covering. But when I looked at it the second day, it wasn't just honey. There was like exposed larvae in there, and the bees were covering it, trying to protect it, trying to keep it warm. And I started thinking, like, there's only like 100 bees here. What are you guys gonna do? And I thought, you know what? Let's just see what happens. All right, here she is right here. And then we got 1, 2, 3 drones.
So it's midwinter, and we sure hope those bees are gonna make it. But we also went through a significant transition this year to becoming empty nesters, and we were not ready. So we got in for an exchange student, and that takes us to number 8, Dan's arrival and our first trip to the cabin with her.
So pretty. This must be a nest. I got rocks and sticks against my chest.
I really enjoyed that trip to the cabin, not just because it was Dan's first time, but because a lot of our kids, Nick and Emily, also came with us as well.
Number 9 is the pantry. It's totally, finally, so close to the pantry of my dreams. Here you go. Guys, what a difference a year makes. I worked my tail off this year, no joke. I canned all summer long and well into the fall, and my hard work totally paid off this year. So up here I have a whole bunch of jalapeno candy, all of my canned chilies, more broth. And here we have, I did a lot more lard over the winter. Canned soups. These are all dilly beans, and that's a real treat to have on the shelves. Number 10 simply speaks for itself.
It was probably one of your happiest moments of the year.
Honestly, guys, why I'm so excited is sweet potatoes are my absolute favorite vegetable. And when I learned that I could grow them up here in Michigan by accident last year, oh, it's like Christmas. Oh, God. Come to mama. Yes. So I know we said our top 10, but I couldn't wrap up 2019 without recognizing this next absolutely memorable moment.
So that was our top 10/11 YouTube moments for 2019. They're in no particular order. It was just our favorite moments from 2019 that we shared with you guys. So it's our second year on YouTube. We're still having a blast doing it. We're going to keep doing it.
So for all you new YouTube subscribers out there, we thank you for joining our journey with us. And if some of those videos were new to you, we're going to make sure to leave the links to those in detail below in the description so you can go check them out later. Thanks, guys, and I can't wait for 2020 and everything that we have to share with you. We wish you all a very happy new year. And may it just be filled with so many blessings that are just simply unspeakable. Talk to you guys later.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.